Hello students, myself Om Prakash Katte and you are welcome to Biology Reward. Today we are discussing the very important topic of chapter photosynthesis in higher plant and topic is chemoosmotic hypothesis. Students, what is chemoosmotic hypothesis? So it is the process in which formation of ATP occurs in the presence of sunlight in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast due to the proton gradient. So, when protons are passes across the membrane, the ATP molecule are synthesized. So, this process is called chemoosmotic process and hypothesis is called chemoosmosis hypothesis. So, ATP formation is occurred and this chemoosmosis is occur in mitochondria and chloroplast of the cell also. So, we have to discuss chemoosmosis. Chemoosmosis, as I told you, is the process in which formation of ATP molecule take place in the presence of sunlight in the thylakoid membrane due to the proton gradient, and same chemosynthesis occur in the mitochondrial membranes also. Students, before proceeding to the chemoosmosis, we must remember the some important thing to for better understanding. As we know that the chemoosmotic in photosynthesis, this you can see leaf is the main site of the photosynthesis. Leaf is the green part of the plant, main site for photosynthesis, and when we cut this section of leaf we can see mesophyll cell, and this mesophyll cell present in the leaf. This mesophyll cell contains the molecule, it is called the chloroplast molecule. So, the chloroplast molecule present in the mesophyll cell of the leaf. You will see that chloroplast molecule which we have discussed, I am focusing on the two important points. The chloroplast molecule double membrane structure and liquid part is called the stroma. It is very important part. Stroma is a liquid part where dark reaction take place, whereas thylakoid is the bundle of tubular structure, and this thylakoid here light reaction occur. So in thylakoid they have the membrane, this is called the thylakoid membrane, and inside the thylakoid membrane their liquid part is present, it is called the lumen. So two important thing you remember, thylakoids, inside the thylakoids membrane there is a lumen, and outside the thylakoid there is a liquid part, it is called the stroma. Stroma dark reaction take place and thylakoid light reaction take place. Students, if you will see the thylakoid, so thylakoid membrane, you will see the thylakoids are there, that thylakoid is having the red arrow, you will see that red arrow it shows the thylakoid membrane. So this is the outer layer of the thylakoid which is called thylakoid membrane, and outside the thylakoid you can see stroma compartment, it means there is a stroma part. This is the very important to understand the chemoosmotic hypothesis. We have also discussed about non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In this case, PS2 and PS1 both are involved. So, electron transport take place from PS2 to PS1, and the electron is come by the splitting of the water molecule. So, this you remember, splitting of the water molecules, and this splitting of water molecule, proton, electron and oxygen molecule is released, and then this electron it transport from PS2 to PS1. Here you can see PS1 system also cyclic photophosphorylation. Here is also PS1 where photosynthesis pigment C100. So here also is the transport of electron. So you must remember transport of electron in PS2 and PS1. So In chemoosmotic theory, what to understand? We have to understand this important thing. Chemoosmotic theory, this red color of ring-like structure is actually thylakoid membrane. So inside the thylakoid membrane, there is a lumen of thylakoid, and outside the thylakoid membrane, there is a stroma part. So what happens, children, in thylakoid, inner side of the thylakoid membrane, photosystem 2, photolysis of water takes place. So the photolysis of water occur in the inner side of thylakoid membrane. You can see here in this diagram. So in PS2, photolysis of water takes place. So the complex phosphorylating of water molecules are located in inner side of the thylakoid membrane. And when water molecule is built up, proton, electron and molecule of oxygen is released. Then proton, electron and molecule of oxygen released. So here you understand splitting of water molecule. Its site of the it located in the inner side of thylakoid membrane, and it filtering of water molecule release electron, proton and oxygen. So this proton which are released due to the photolysis of water, it's accumulated in the lumen of the thylakoid membrane. This is the part number 1. Part number 2 is electron which are formed by the photolysis. The electron transport to photosystem. So the electron which are formed by the photolysis of water, this electron are transferred to photosystem. So first one, this electron move to the photosystem to PS second, then through the PS second it goes to the cytochrome P and F, and then electron transfer to photosystem 1. So it is the movement of the proton. So when protons move from photosystem 1 to cytochrome to photosystem 2, electron move from the photosystem 2 to cytochrome B and F, then photosystem 1. In same time, the proton H plus where it is mentioned. So proton from the stroma, they enter to the lumen of the thylakoid membrane. When electron transport from the photosystem 2 to cytochrome to photosystem 1, same time the proton from the stroma enter into the lumen. This is the second event. And third important is the NADP reductase enzyme. NADP, where it is mentioned NADP. So here in this we will see second important is NADP reductase. NADP reductase, this enzyme is located outer side of the thylakoid membrane. It means on the stroma side of the membrane. And this NADP get reduced. So in such cases, from stroma, again protons are used for the reduction of NADP, and NADP is changed to the NADPH. So thus what happens, the some proton from the stroma, when electron transport from the PS2 to PS1, in that time some proton from the stroma enter into the lumen. Another stroma are used for the reduction of NADP. So thus what happened? The proton come due to the photolysis of water collected in the lumen. The proton from stroma, when electron transport to PS2 to 1, then proton come. So what happened? Inner side of the thylakoid membrane, it means in lumen, the concentration of the proton is increases. What is increases? Concentration of the proton inside the lumen of thylakoid is increases, whereas outside is the stroma. So concentration of the proton outside the stroma is a very less as compared to lumen. So inside proton's concentration is high, and outside it means in stroma proton concentration is low. Now what happened? In thylakoid membrane there is a ATPase molecule. It is an enzyme. And this ATP molecule is having the two parts. This part is F0. This F0 part is embedded in the membrane and it forms the transmembrane channel that carry out facilitated diffusion of the proton across the membrane. Only by this F0 particle the proton can release from the lumen. Only this is the only one way through which the proton can come outside from the lumen. So the proton through the F0 particle they come because inside there is a high proton concentration and outside the stroma there is a less proton concentration. So first part is F0. Second part of the ATP is F1 and it is the protrusions of the thylakoid membrane. It means outside the thylakoid membrane and that faces the stroma. So breakdown of gradients provide enough energy to cause the informational change in the F1. So what happened now? When proton lumen proton concentration is high, they move toward the stroma part through the ATPase enzyme. So here higher to lower, proton concentration is higher to lower. So when proton move from the higher to lower in the presence of ATP synthetase, it forms the molecule of ATP. Here ADP and phosphate molecule is forming the molecule of ATP. So formation of molecule of ATP take place due to the proton gradient because the proton of lumen which are high concentration they move to the lower concentration proton. So stroma there is a low proton concentration and lumen there is a high proton concentration. So proton from the lumen they move through the ATP synthetase. Then what happen? ADP and phosphate molecule they form the molecules of ATP and this process is called the chemoosmosis. So chemoosmosis is the process where ATP formation take place when due to the when proton transport through the thylakoid membrane, or you can see ATP synthesis occurs due to the proton gradient. It is called chemosynthesis. So thus children, in chemosynthesis 4 important things are there. One, it required the membrane which is thylakoid membrane. Another, proton pumping part which is proton pump. Third, proton gradient because lumen there is a high proton concentration and stroma low proton concentration, and ATPase enzymes also because this ATPase enzyme help for synthesis of ATP. So it is all about the chemoosmosis hypothesis. This you can understand very in this way also. Main point of chemoosmotic hypothesis is has put forward to explain the mechanism of ATP synthesis. ATP is synthesized due to the proton gradient. In lumen, proton gradient concentration is high and stroma proton concentration is low. So the ATP is synthesized due to the proton gradient. The proton come due to the splitting of water molecule. Another, the protons when electron move to the photosystem 2 to photosystem 1, same time also the protons cross the membrane and they accumulate in the lumen, and that's why in lumen the concentration of proton increases. Third is NADP reductase enzyme is present in the located on the stroma side of the membrane, and NADP is reduced to form the NADPH. So it is all about synthesis of the ATP molecule due to the proton gradient. Thank you.